Let me ask you this. What do you think Diddy and Fonzworth Bentley's real relationship was?
Concubine, master.
He don't want to say anything against Puff anyway because Puff got shit on him. And I ain't talking about no shit, none of that shit. The stealing, bro. Yo, bro. Yo, I don't want to put that on sticky fingers. That nigga, that right there, bro, don't lay nothing down around him.
It looks like Fonzworth Bentley is sick and tired of people speaking for him and spreading fake narratives, because my man's just came out to talk about his situation with Diddy, and it is sicker than you could ever imagine. Back in the day, Fonzworth used to work as a personal assistant slash stylist slash lifestyle coach for Diddy when he was trying to rebrand from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy. But according to Fonz, their relationship went deeper than that because Diddy allegedly forced him to become a For many years, people have been wondering where Fonzworth is and why we don't seem to hear much about him. But from the stories that he is now telling, well, it kind of explains why he would want to run away, because he had a lot of things to say. Y'all know how we've been talking about Diddy and his wild parties for a long time. Well, Fonz is here to let y'all know that the parties were crazier than anyone could imagine, because his eyes saw some crazy things at the parties, crazier than anything we have ever heard before. And he is ready to expose Diddy on a level that we have never seen before. So let's break down these new revelations. Okay, so I'm gonna need someone to make this entire Diddy situation into a series, because baby, not even the best movie writers could come up with the insane drama that we've been seeing for the last 6 months. Every time we start to think that there is no way that things could get any messier, a crazy plot twist happens, and the situation becomes even more chaotic. Y'all know how we've heard so much about Diddy's crazy parties and the things that happen in the parties? Well, up until now, we haven't really had someone come out with their full chest to spill the truth about what really goes on in their industry. But it looks like Diddy's former assistant, Fonzworth Bentley, is about to change that real quick, because he just spilled some crazy tea about the things that he witnessed while working for Diddy. And it was insane. To start with, Fonzworth revealed that his relationship with Diddy went beyond being his assistant, like Diddy claimed, because he was more than that to Diddy. He claimed that he was Diddy's stylist and also something of a lifestyle coach, because he taught Diddy how to act like a gentleman. Oh, and he also was Diddy's because Diddy was allegedly bending him over, if you know what I mean. Girl, at this point, we gotta wonder why Diddy always seems to have something going on with young men who work for him. Cause ain't no way everybody has the same thing to say about him. Fonzworth, Lil Rod, and don't even get me started on the allegations about him and Usher, cause that is a whole box of drama that we can't even begin to unpack, cause we're talking about Fonzworth Bentley. Fonzworth first caught our attention in the early 2000s when he started moving around with Diddy as his assistant. And when I tell y'all that he had the girlies up in a twist, child, that man was fine, and he knew how to dress, which made him even more attractive to women. As it turns out, he had been hired by Diddy as a sort of assistant and wardrobe stylist. See, at the time, Diddy was actively trying to rebrand himself and clean up his image. At the time, he had recently been acquitted of gun charges after a shooting at a nightclub with his then girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez, and his artist Shine. Shine ended up getting a 10-year sentence for his role in the and even though there were high expectations that Diddy would get some jail time, this didn't happen because he managed to beat his crime. But even with that, he got a lot of negativity about the case, and he was constantly getting called out in the media, so he needed a rebrand urgently, and that's how Fonzworth came into the story. He helped Diddy dress better and had Diddy looking dapper in no time. It was around this time that Diddy also changed his name from Puff Daddy to P. Diddy, and it explains why his ops still refer to him as Puffy whenever they want to get under his skin, kind of like 50 Cent does whenever he decides to troll Diddy. Anywho, Fonzworth worked his magic on Diddy, and I just know y'all remember this picture of him going around with Diddy with an umbrella, because the picture still goes hard to this day. Slowly, he was able to help Diddy rebrand, and after a while, people gradually started to forget about Diddy's activities that caused him to need the rebrand in the first place. One thing about my man Fonz is that he was pretty smart, and he made great use of his opportunity that he had been given to work with a big artist like Diddy. He watched and paid attention as Diddy navigated the industry, and he was able to use this knowledge to further his ambition in the industry. He was so close to Diddy and his crew that they even gave him the nickname Fonzworth Bentley, because his real name is Derek Watkins. Gene Deal spoke about how his nickname came about, and this is what he said.
I think he might be from California or something. So Tony De Niro was like, yo, we got to think of a name for you, man. And if you're going to be his personal assistant and slash butler slash umbrella carrier whatever you gonna do, you understand? We got to think of a name for you. We're gonna try to make you like Bentley or either Fonzworth or either Bentley. You gotta be, you gotta have that kind of persona. You gotta dress all the time, be neat, and the whole 9 yards. And then the dude, Derek, was playing with him like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know how to do that. I could be over the top. He was acting like that. You know what I'm saying? I could be over the top. So he was saying that. And the dude, Tony De Niro, said, we got to figure out a name for you, man. It's got to be on the level of, those characters. He said, you got to be like Fonzworth. You got to be like Bentley. He said, we're just going to call you Fonzworth Bentley. And he said, I like it. And they start calling him that.
Now, y'all got to keep in mind that Diddy is not exactly known for giving his crew a helping hand with their careers, because he even held on to his artists' masters for years and only gave them back because he desperately needed some good PR. But for some reason, Fonzworth was the exception to this, and he just kept getting opportunity after opportunity. Once he got linked to Diddy, it was like a VIP pass to the music scene. He got into music and made several appearances, leaving his mark on successful rap albums, like the band's Too Hot for TV in 2002. He was also featured on the 2003 skit Good Day, Good Sir, on Outkast's Speaker Box / The Love Below. He was making some solid moves, even making a cameo in Kanye West's music video for the new workout plan. Things got better and better, and he was featured as a co-writer on several tracks from Kanye's Yeezus album, including hits like On Sight, Black Skinhead, I Am a God, and Hold My Liquor. And they were all certified gold. And let's not forget that he was also involved in Obama's iconic 2008 Yes We Can campaign. So yeah, he was unstoppable. But just when his career was on the rise, he suddenly decided to leave the industry, move to Atlanta, get married, and live a quiet life outside of Hollywood. Before y'all come for me, I know that there are many people who don't want to live a public life, instead preferring privacy, but I don't think Fonzworth was one of such people. I mean, he spent so long chasing his dream only for him to give up just when he started to achieve it. Yeah, the math ain't mathing on that one. Well, he has finally come out to reveal the truth about this situation, claiming that the reason he left the industry was that Diddy allegedly made him his and he was tired of living like that. Child, I wish I could say that this is shocking, but given the kind of news and tea we have had on Diddy over the last couple of months, this just slides right in. According to Fonzworth, Diddy was allegedly bending him over, basically forcing him to be his boy toy like he allegedly did to many other young men who looked up to him. According to Fonzworth, he also allegedly got to see a huge chunk of activities at Diddy's parties, and well, let's just say that it was all NSFW, cause whew. From the stories that he's telling, we still don't know the half of what goes on at the parties. And that's low-key scary. I mean, the stuff that we already know is wild. So can you imagine what other secrets there are? I don't even want to imagine. According to Fonzworth, the reason he finally decided to leave was that Diddy was about to give him the Lil Rod treatment and allegedly put him out to his friends in the industry. That was the last straw for him, and he eventually chose to leave Diddy because he wouldn't take it anymore after that. He also claimed that he was so scared of what Diddy would do to him that he decided to leave Hollywood entirely and move to Atlanta for his own peace of mind and to start his own family. Interestingly, Jaguar Wright also spoke about this, and she had a similar story to tell, claiming that Diddy made Fonzworth his bitch.
Let me ask you this: what do you think Diddy and Fonzworth Bentley's real relationship was?
Concubine, master.
Jaguar also claimed that Fonz's marriage was a way of him trying to heal from the trauma of being forced into being Diddy's slave because he had to do the freak offs.
So you think he was Diddy's concubine?
Absolutely. He was too complicit and he was too compliant, and he just disappeared. He disappeared faster than Mace did. When Mace ran from Diddy, you could see the trailer just fire from his footsteps as he ran.
That is
to
true.
The church. But I don't understand why people don't ask why. People, oh yeah, he gone. Oh, okay. Nobody bothered to ask why. Why doesn't anybody ever want to know why?
Another day, another slay for Jaguar, because our good sis hasn't been caught in a lie yet. But there's more to that, because according to Gene Deal, the reason that Fonz left is that Diddy caught him stealing.
He don't want to say anything against Puff anyway because Puff got shit on him. And I ain't talking about no none of that shit. was stealing, bro. Yo, bro. Yo, I don't want to put that on sticky fingers. That right there, bro, don't lay nothing down around him. You heard me? Don't lay nothing down around dude right there. Dog, Jennifer Lopez had these boots, they cost $5,000. I'm like, what kind of fucking boots cost $5,000? Now you gotta realize, this is like in 2000, early 2000. These boots cost $5,000. And because she was gonna be out of the country or something like that, she didn't have them come to her house down in the village because she would have never got it because they'd be stealing her stuff down there at our apartment. So she had them come to Puff house. She wanted these boots so bad, she was mad. They looked through everything trying to find Jennifer boots. Cause Puff had like Puff, people used to just give him shit and send him shit from everywhere. So he had this room, this mail room in his house with numbers just that he never even opened. But I don't know how Fonzworth Bentley found that shit. But we went over there to his house and we found a lot of Jennifer shit and everybody else's shit that belonged to Puff.
But Fonz has another side of the story to tell, and he is insisting that Diddy allegedly set him up and planted those things at his place to discredit him, so that people wouldn't believe him if he tried to expose Diddy of making him his biatch. Well, fans seem to be on Fonz's side here, and they said stuff like, if Fonzworth Bentley get on the stand, it's over for Diddy. Seems like when something bad comes out, he does a name change. Now he is Brother Love. This guy is one of the sickest people I've heard. I can't believe he is not in prison. I sure hope something happens and he goes to prison right next to R. Kelly, another sicko. And I thought it was weird back then that Diddy had an assistant whom everyone referred to as a manservant. They actually used the term manservant instead of personal assistant or even butler. But do y'all believe Fonz's side of the story, or do you think that he's spinning tails to save himself the embarrassment? Let me know what your thoughts are on this one, then check out this next video.